Most people trying to build muscle in 2026 are still following advice from 2010, and that's exactly why they're failing. Welcome to the science-based muscle building guide that actually works. We're not recycling old bodybuilding myths or selling you magic pills. What we're doing is combining the absolute latest research on hypertrophy, refined nutrition protocols, and smart recovery strategies that didn't exist 5 years ago. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete, actionable plan you can start this week. No guesswork, no wasted time in the gym doing movements that don't matter. Let's start with what actually makes muscle grow. Progressive overload. You've heard the term, but here's what it really means. Your muscles adapt to stress by getting bigger and stronger. If you lift the same weight for the same reps every week, your body has zero reason to change. Progressive overload means consistently increasing the stimulus. That could be adding weight to the bar. It could be doing more reps with the same weight. It could be adding another set. It could even be improving your form so the target muscle works harder. The key word is progression. Every single week something needs to move forward. But here's where most people mess up. They chase numbers without considering quality. You add 10 pounds to your squat, but now you're cutting depth in half and your knees are caving in. That's not progressive overload. That's progressive ego lifting. Real progression means challenging your muscles more while maintaining or improving technique. When you can't add weight, add volume. When you can't add volume, slow down the tempo. When you hit a wall everywhere, that's when you deload and come back stronger. Now let's talk about the second principle that determines everything. Protein and calories. This is simple, but people overcomplicate it constantly. To build muscle fast, you need two things: enough protein to repair and build new tissue, and enough total calories to support growth. Protein first. Aim for 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. If you're using pounds, that's roughly 0.7 to 1 gram per pound. A 180-pound lifter should hit 125 to 180 grams of protein every single day, not just on training days, every day. Why? Because muscle protein synthesis stays elevated for up to 48 hours after you train. Your body is rebuilding constantly. Calories are the fuel. You cannot build significant muscle in a deficit. I don't care what the ad says. To maximize growth, eat in a slight surplus. That's 200 to 500 calories above maintenance depending on your training age. Beginners can get away with the higher end. Advanced lifters should stay conservative. Eating 1,000 calories over maintenance doesn't build muscle twice as fast. It just makes you fat twice as fast. Keep the surplus modest, track your weight weekly, and adjust based on what you see. Next up, recovery. This is where 2026 science has really moved the needle. Muscle doesn't grow in the gym. It grows when you're resting. Sleep is non-negotiable. 7 to 9 hours per night, every night. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone and processes the damage you caused in training. Cut your sleep to 5 hours, and you're literally sabotaging every rep you did that day. If you're serious about results, treat sleep like a performance drug, because it is. But recovery isn't just about lying in bed. Manage your stress. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, which actively breaks down muscle tissue. You can train perfectly and eat perfectly, but if you're constantly stressed and underslept, you'll spin your wheels. Add in active recovery. Light walks, stretching, mobility work. These keep blood flowing without adding fatigue. Think of recovery as part of your training program, not a break from it. Here's the principle most people ignore. Individualization. What works for your favorite fitness influencer might not work for you. Genetics, recovery capacity, injury history, schedule, and preferences all matter. Some people grow best with high frequency, hitting each muscle 3 times a week. Others need more recovery and thrive on a lower frequency split. Some respond better to higher reps. Others need heavy weight. The science gives us frameworks, but you need to test and adjust. Pay attention to how your body responds, and don't be afraid to tweak the plan. And that brings us to tracking. You cannot manage what you don't measure. Track your lifts in a notebook or app. Write down every working set, every rep, every weight. Track your body weight at least weekly, same time of day, same conditions. Take progress photos every 2 to 4 weeks. These are your feedback loops. Without data, you're guessing. With data, you're experimenting and learning. When progress stalls, your tracking tells you exactly where to adjust. Now let's get into the training protocol you've been waiting for. This is the practical system you can start immediately. First, frequency. Train each major muscle group at least twice per week. That's backed by meta-analyses, showing higher frequency leads to better growth when volume is equal. A classic push-pull leg split, done twice a week works. An upper-lower split 4 days a week works. Full body 3 times a week works. Pick what fits your schedule, but hit each muscle at least twice every 7 days. Second, volume. For most people, 10 to 20 sets per muscle group per week is the sweet spot. Beginners start at the lower end. Intermediates push toward the middle. Advanced lifters sometimes go higher, but more isn't always better. If you're doing 30 sets for chest and not growing, the problem isn't volume. It's probably intensity, effort, or recovery. Third, rep ranges. Stop obsessing over whether you should do 5s or 15s. Both build muscle. Heavy sets in the 5 to 8 rep range build strength and teach your nervous system to recruit more fibers. Moderate sets in the 8 to 12 range are the hypertrophy sweet spot for most people. Higher rep sets in the 12 to 20 range are great for metabolic stress and joint-friendly volume. Use all 3 ranges across your week. Variety is a growth stimulus. Fourth, exercise selection. Prioritize compounds. Squats, deadlifts, bench press, overhead press, rows, pull-ups. These recruit the most muscle mass and allow for the heaviest loading. Build your program around these, then add isolation work to target weak points or add volume without excessive fatigue. For example, after heavy bench and rows, you can add flies and curls. But don't skip the heavy stuff because you're tired. That's where the magic happens. Fifth, intensity. This is the game changer most people miss. You need to train close to failure. Not to actual failure every set, but close. If you're stopping your sets with 5 reps left in the tank, you're leaving gains on the table. Most working sets should end 1 to 3 reps shy of failure. Occasionally, push to true failure or even beyond with techniques like drop sets. This is what forces adaptation. Comfort doesn't build muscle, discomfort does. If you're finding this useful, drop a like. It helps us keep making content like this. Let's talk progression strategies within your training. Every week, try to beat last week. Add 5 pounds to your compound lifts. Add 1 rep to your isolation exercises. Add an extra set if you've stalled on weight and reps. If you can't do any of those, improve your form or slow down the eccentric. Never walk into the gym without a plan to beat your previous session. That mindset is what separates people who grow from people who spin their wheels for years. For beginners, progress comes fast. You might add weight every single session for the first few months. Enjoy it. It doesn't last. For intermediates, progress slows to weekly or bi-weekly jumps. That's normal. For advanced lifters, you might only add weight every few weeks or even monthly. That's the reality of training maturity. Don't compare yourself to beginners. Compare yourself to who you were last month. Here's a simple weekly template to get you started. Monday, push day. Bench press, overhead press, dips, lateral raises, triceps work. Wednesday, pull day. Deadlifts, pull-ups, barbell rows, face pulls, biceps work. Friday, legs, squats, Romanian deadlifts, leg press, leg curls, calf raises. Then repeat the cycle. That's 6 days a week. Or take Sunday off and run it as a 6-day rotation. Each session, track everything. Aim to progress somewhere every week. Now, nutrition. We covered protein and calories, but let's get specific about implementation. Hit your protein target by spreading intake across the day. 3 to 5 meals works for most people. Each meal should have 25 to 40 grams of protein. That keeps muscle protein synthesis elevated throughout the day. Protein sources matter less than you think. Chicken, beef, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, protein powder. Pick what you enjoy and can afford. Variety is good, but not essential. If you can eat chicken and rice every day and hit your targets, do it. Carbs fuel your training. Don't be afraid of them. Aim for 3 to 5 grams per kilogram of body weight daily if you're training hard. That's your glycogen stores, your energy, your performance. Rice, oats, potatoes, bread, pasta, fruit. Again, pick what you like. Timing matters less than people claim, but having carbs around your training window does help performance and recovery. A meal with carbs and protein an hour or 2 before training and another after is a solid default. Fats support hormone production. Don't go too low. 0.5 to 1 gram per kilogram of body weight is plenty. Get them from whole foods. Nuts, avocados, olive oil, fatty fish. Don't stress the details. Just don't eliminate fat because you think it makes you fat. That's nonsense. Meal timing. As long as you hit your daily targets, timing is a minor variable. But if you want to optimize, eat protein every 3 to 5 hours. Have a solid meal with carbs and protein within a couple hours post-workout. Don't train fasted if performance suffers. These are small edges, but small edges add up. If you want to support the channel and help us make deeper, research-driven videos, become a member or donate any amount on Valodeme. We read every comment and use your support to keep improving this content. Let's talk about supplementation intelligently. The supplement industry is a billion-dollar machine designed to separate you from your money. Most of it is garbage. Here's what actually works. Creatine monohydrate, 5 grams per day. Every day. This is the most researched supplement in existence. It works. It increases strength, power, and muscle mass. It's cheap. It's safe. There's no reason not to take it unless you have a specific medical condition. Skip the fancy versions. Monohydrate is all you need. Protein powder. This is just food in powder form. If you struggle to hit your protein target with whole foods, add a shake or two. Whey is fast digesting and great post-workout. Casein is slow digesting and good before bed. Plant-based options work if you're vegan, but remember it's a supplement. Whole foods should always be your foundation. Vitamin D. If you live somewhere with limited sunlight or don't get outside much, you're probably deficient. Get blood work done and supplement if needed. Vitamin D supports testosterone production and overall health. It's cheap and effective. Caffeine. If you drink coffee or tea before training and it helps you focus and push harder, great, that's a performance enhancer, but it's not necessary. Some people train better without it. Everything else, the pre-workouts with 17 ingredients, the testosterone boosters, the amino acid blends, the fat burners, save your money. They're either overpriced versions of things you already get from food, or they're completely ineffective. The supplement industry relies on hope and placebo. Stick to the basics that have decades of evidence. Here's the part almost nobody does right, and it's why you're not growing. Program design and periodization. You can't push maximum intensity forever. After 4 to 8 weeks of hard training, fatigue accumulates faster than adaptation. That's when you deload. A deload is a planned week of reduced volume or intensity to let your body recover and supercompensate. Drop your volume by 40 to 50%, or cut the weight by 20 to 30%, or both. You'll feel fresh again, and when you come back the following week, you'll be stronger. Periodization means varying your training over time to avoid plateaus. Micro-periodization works on a week-to-week scale. 1 week, focus on strength with lower reps and heavier weight. Next week, shift to hypertrophy with moderate reps and volume. The week after, go lighter and focus on technique or weak points. This variation prevents adaptation stagnation and keeps training interesting. Track your progress weekly. Write down your total training volume per muscle group. Write down average intensity. Write down subjective recovery and soreness. Every 4 weeks, review your data. If you're progressing, keep going. If you've stalled for 2 weeks in a row, something needs to change. Maybe you need a deload. Maybe you need more food. Maybe you need better sleep. The data tells you where to look. Now let's cover the common mistakes that are killing your gains. Mistake 1. Not training hard enough. Most people think they're training hard, but they're stopping sets way too early. If you finish a set and you could have done 5 more reps, you didn't stimulate growth. Push closer to failure. It's uncomfortable, that's the point. Mistake 2. Program hopping. You try a program for 2 weeks, don't see results, and jump to a new one. Results take time. Give any program at least 6 to 8 weeks before you judge it. Consistency beats novelty every single time. Mistake 3. Ignoring recovery. You train 6 days a week, sleep 5 hours a night, and wonder why you're not growing. Your body needs time to adapt. More training is not always better. Sometimes less is more. Mistake 4. Eating like a bird and expecting to grow. You can't build tissue out of nothing. If you're in a calorie deficit, you're not going to build significant muscle. Period. Eat enough. Track it. Adjust based on results. Mistake 5. Chasing supplements instead of fixing the basics. No pill will outwork a bad diet and lazy training. Master your nutrition and training first. Supplements are the last 5%. Tell me in the comments, which of these mistakes have you been making and which change will you implement first? Here's your complete 8-week fast muscle plan. This is what you do starting today. Week 1. Establish your baseline. Test your maxes on key lifts. Calculate your maintenance calories. Set your protein target and build your training schedule. This week is about data collection. Track everything. Weeks 2 through 4, push phase. Add weight or reps every session. Eat in a 300 to 400 calorie surplus. Sleep at least 7 hours nightly. Train each muscle twice per week with 12 to 16 sets per muscle. Focus on compound movements and progressive overload. Week 5, deload. Cut your volume in half. Keep intensity moderate. Focus on recovery, mobility, and sleep quality. This is not a wasted week. This is where your body catches up and prepares to grow. Weeks 6 through 8, volume phase. Increase total sets per muscle to 16 to 20. Add isolation exercises to target weak points. Keep pushing progression on your main lifts. Maintain your calorie surplus, but watch the scale. If you're gaining more than 1 to 2 pounds per week, you're adding too much fat. Dial it back slightly. Throughout all 8 weeks, take progress photos every 2 weeks. Measure key body parts weekly. Track your lifts every session. Adjust your food based on the scale and the mirror. If you're not gaining weight, add 200 calories. If you're gaining too fast, pull back 200 calories. It's that simple. Your training checklist. Hit each muscle at least twice per week. Complete 10 to 20 sets per muscle per week. Train with intensity. 1 to 3 reps from failure on most sets. Prioritize compound movements. Progress something every week. Deload every 4 to 6 weeks. Your nutrition checklist. Eat 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. Maintain a 200 to 500 calorie surplus. Spread protein across 3 to 5 meals. Include carbs around training. Don't fear fats. Track your intake and adjust based on weekly weigh-ins. Your recovery checklist. Sleep 7 to 9 hours per night, non-negotiable. Manage stress through whatever works for you. Add light activity on rest days to promote blood flow. Listen to your body. Soreness is okay. Pain is a red flag. That's the plan. That's how you build muscle fast in 2026 using science, not hype. No magic tricks, no shortcuts, just consistent, intelligent effort applied week after week. If you're ready to transform your physique, subscribe to this channel. We're here every week with evidence-based content that cuts through the noise and gives you what actually works. Drop a comment below telling me which part of this plan you're starting with. And if you want to support the work we're doing, consider becoming a member or donating on Valo de Mais. Every bit helps us create better, deeper content for you. The truth is, building muscle isn't complicated, but it is hard. It requires showing up when you don't feel like it, eating when you're not hungry, sleeping when you want to stay up, pushing sets when your muscles are screaming. Most people aren't willing to do that, but you're still here, which means you're not most people. Start today, not Monday, not next month. Today. Pick up the weights, track the numbers, eat the food, and trust the process. 8 weeks from now, you'll wish you started today, so start. I'll see you in the next video.